Is Britain still a military superpower, or is it living on reputation built in another century? The United Kingdom has nuclear weapons. It operates aircraft carriers. It maintains global military bases. It holds a permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. And it spends more than $50 billion every single year on defense. But at the same time, its army is the smallest it has been in centuries. So what's the reality? Is the UK still a top-tier military power in 2025? Or is it a legacy force adapting to strategic decline? Tonight, we break down the numbers, the capabilities, and the hard facts behind Britain's modern war machine. Before we break down exactly what happened and why this matters so much, please make sure you subscribe to War Theory. We're giving you the real analysis nobody else will touch. Let's begin. Britain today fields roughly 148,000 active military personnel when combining regular and reserve forces. Of those, approximately 135,000 are full-time regular troops. The British Army itself has fallen below 75,000 trained regular soldiers, with a projected floor of 72,500. That is the smallest regular army Britain has maintained since the early 18th century. To understand the scale of that reduction, consider this. During the Cold War, the United Kingdom maintained more than 300,000 active personnel. The British Army of the Rhine alone stationed tens of thousands of troops in Germany as part of NATO's frontline deterrent against the Soviet Union. Today, the entire British Army is smaller than that single forward deployment, and yet Britain remains one of the world's top military spenders. Annual defense expenditure exceeds $50 billion. The government has pledged to increase that toward 2.5% of GDP in the coming years, potentially pushing spending closer to $60 billion annually. So where is that money going? Not into rebuilding mass formations, into refining high-end capability. At the core of British military power sits its nuclear deterrent. The Royal Navy operates 4 Vanguard-class ballistic missile submarines under what is known as the Continuous at-Sea Deterrent. At least one submarine is always on patrol, hidden somewhere in the world's oceans, armed with Trident II D5 ballistic missiles. Always. This guarantees Britain a second strike capability. Even if the country were attacked with devastating force, it retains the ability to respond with overwhelming nuclear retaliation. Only 5 countries maintain this level of nuclear posture: the United States, Russia, China, France, and the United Kingdom. That alone places Britain in the highest strategic tier. And this deterrent is being modernized. The Dreadnought-class submarine program is underway to replace the Vanguard fleet beginning in the 2030s, ensuring the UK's nuclear credibility into the 2050s and beyond. Nuclear weapons do not win conventional wars, but they prevent existential coercion. That is strategic power at the highest level. Now let's examine conventional reach. Britain operates 2 65,000-ton aircraft carriers, HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Prince of Wales. These are the largest warships ever built for the Royal Navy. They serve as floating air bases capable of launching F-35B fifth-generation stealth fighters. In 2021, the UK deployed a full carrier strike group to the Indo-Pacific. The deployment lasted months and involved joint exercises with the United States, Japan, Australia, and India. That was not symbolic. It demonstrated sustained global reach. Very few countries can project carrier aviation thousands of miles from home and maintain operational tempo. The United States can, China can, and Britain can. But capability exists within constraints. The Royal Navy today fields fewer than 20 major surface combatants, destroyers and frigates combined. During the Cold War, that number was significantly higher. Maintaining carrier readiness requires escorts, submarines, logistics vessels, and air wing availability. Britain can deploy 1 fully capable carrier strike group. Deploying 2 simultaneously at full operational strength would stretch resources. This is not a Navy built for numerical dominance. It is built for strategic deployment. Now consider the air domain. The Royal Air Force operates F-35B Lightning II stealth fighters and Eurofighter Typhoons. It maintains strategic airlift aircraft, advanced intelligence and surveillance platforms, and air refueling tankers that extend global reach. Britain is also partnering with Japan and Italy in the Global Combat Air Program to develop a 6th-generation fighter expected to enter service in the mid-2030s. This signals long-term ambition. The RAF may not be the largest air force in Europe, but it is among the most technologically advanced. Stealth integration, networked warfare, electronic combat capability, precision strike systems, Britain is betting heavily on technological edge. Now we arrive at the most controversial component, the Army. At roughly 73,000 regular personnel, the British Army is lean. Tank numbers have been reduced, although Challenger 2 is being upgraded to Challenger 3 with improved armor, digital systems, and enhanced firepower. Significant volumes of artillery systems and armored vehicles have been transferred to Ukraine. Critics argue that the Army is becoming too small to sustain prolonged high-intensity warfare. Supporters argue that Britain does not plan to fight alone. It fights within NATO, and that distinction defines modern British doctrine. The UK is deeply integrated into NATO command structures. British forces train continuously with American, French, German, and other allied militaries. Interoperability is not theoretical, it is practiced regularly. Britain also benefits from deep intelligence integration through the Five Eyes alliance, sharing signals intelligence at the highest level with the United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. This integration multiplies power, but recent conflicts have forced reassessment. Russia's invasion of Ukraine reminded Western planners of three uncomfortable truths. Mass matters, ammunition stockpiles matter, industrial capacity matters. Modern high-intensity warfare consumes artillery shells and missiles at staggering rates. Western militaries, including Britain's, had optimized for efficiency in expeditionary operations rather than sustained industrial war. The UK has committed billions toward expanding munitions production and strengthening defense supply chains, but rebuilding depth after decades of reduction takes time. And this is the strategic tension. Britain has chosen a highly professional, technologically advanced force structure optimized for rapid deployment and coalition warfare. It has not prioritized mass mobilization. That is a deliberate decision. Beyond Europe, Britain maintains a global military footprint that exceeds most middle powers. It operates overseas facilities in Cyprus, Bahrain, Oman, Gibraltar, and the Falkland Islands. It contributes troops to NATO's forward presence in Estonia and Poland. It deploys naval assets to the Indo-Pacific. Very few nations combine nuclear deterrence, carrier strike capability, advanced stealth aviation, global basing access, permanent UN Security Council membership. Britain does. Special forces add another layer of capability. The Special Air Service and Special Boat Service are widely regarded as among the most capable special operations units in the world. Though operational details remain classified, British special forces operate globally in counterterrorism, reconnaissance, and advisory roles. These are force multipliers, not mass formations, but precision instruments. Compare Britain to its European peers. France maintains nuclear weapons and a single aircraft carrier. Germany fields a larger army but lacks nuclear weapons and carrier capability. Russia fields larger manpower but faces economic and industrial strain. China fields enormous numbers but lacks Britain's alliance integration within NATO. Britain's model is distinct: nuclear-armed, carrier-capable, technologically advanced, alliance-integrated. So is it living on reputation or operating under a new doctrine of power? During the Cold War, strength was measured in divisions, armored brigades, and artillery batteries. Today, strength is measured in integration, deterrence, digital dominance, and precision strike. Britain is leaning into that transformation. New Type 26 and Type 31 frigates are under construction. The Dreadnought program secures strategic deterrence. Challenger 3 upgrades modernize armored capacity. Carrier air wings are gradually expanding aircraft numbers. Cyber and space capabilities are growing. This is restructuring, not retreat. If top-tier military power means independent, large-scale continental warfare sustained alone, Britain does not structure itself for that mission. If top-tier means nuclear capability, global deployment, advanced technological integration, and alliance leadership, Britain remains firmly in that category. The real vulnerability lies in scale. If future wars resemble prolonged industrial conflicts of attrition, Britain must ensure its stockpiles and manpower can endure. If future conflicts prioritize precision, air superiority, maritime projection, cyber dominance, and alliance coordination, Britain is well positioned. The United Kingdom is no longer an empire. It does not seek to be, but it remains one of the most capable military forces on Earth. Smaller than during the Cold War, more specialized, alliance-dependent, but strategically relevant. Power in the 21st century is not simply about numbers. It is about integration, deterrence, adaptability, and technological edge. And by those measures, Britain remains top tier. The debate is not about whether Britain has power. The debate is about how that power is structured for the conflicts of tomorrow. And that answer will be tested not in speeches, but in crises. This is war theory.